Hey guys, Paul here. Today we're going to be reviewing a Star Wars kit. This is the Star Wars AMT or AMT Star Wars TIE Fighter from the New Hope. It is 1/32nd scale. There's Studio Series. So yeah, we're going to see. This is a first reaction. I typically don't build Star Wars kits from AMT. I've never built one. I typically build Star Wars kits from Bandai. And those are pretty good. Very good, in fact. So we'll see how this goes. AMT typically doesn't have the best reputation. If you know, you know. Yeah. Ask anyone who builds their cars. It's hit or miss. Anyway, hopefully this has a better quality than their cars. So I just had to make sure. And yeah, Scalemates does conclude that this is a brand new kit from AMT. They weren't lying. This is on the wrapping paper, all new. They weren't joking. I was so scared that it's a repackaged thing from like 1977 or something, because AMT is an old brand, but no, brand new kit. So hopefully it's incredible. And here we go, 13 inches, 13 and a half actually. That's quite sizable. And oh my goodness, lots of sprues, lots of sprues. And look at this. I think they've already outdone themselves. Typically AMT kits, the moment you open it, you can kind of tell how bad it is already. But this is different. Wow, they weren't joking. Quality is there. Look at the detail. Panel lines are all there. Details are all there. Typically, if there's any warpage a la AMT, you would be able to see. No, this looks like it fits perfectly. Wow. Wow, great job, AMT. This is great. This is great. And by the way, I'm criticizing AMT, but I'm not looking for them to fail. I actually want them to succeed. It's just that I've worked here for 5 years, so I do know their reputation by heart. It can be both funny and disheartening sometimes. You receive an email from them and you're like, oh, not from them, from customers saying, I got 2 left doors. I'm like, how is that possible? How do you receive 2 left doors that's on the sprue? And molded in as well. So I don't understand. And no right doors. Right? But anyway, this is great. This is so good. Great job, AMT. Seriously. This is great. And if you're a sprue head, you know, i.e. you love if a kit has a lot of sprues and options, you're going to love this kit. This is a big kit. Oh my goodness. We're going to do a final count of sprues later. But this is incredible. Oh my goodness, the detail. See, what hobbyists like to do, instead of money spread, they do bag spread or sprue spreads. They don't really, or they can't really do money spreads because hobbyists are broke because all the money went to the hobby. Anyway, so what we're doing here is a bag spread of how many sprues, basically. So these things, let's say 2. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, a singular 15th sprue for the window of the TIE Fighter. Very cool, very cool. This is for the front and the top. The back doesn't have a window. That's where the engine is. The twin ion engine. That's what the TIE stands for. Actually. And then a nice stand. This is not really a sprue, though it is a bag. So I'm not going to count it. So 15 sprues overall spread across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bags. The 9th bag would be the stand. A dark base stand. It's very cool. And actually a steel rod. So this will hold the weight of the TIE Fighter, which should be around 3 to 4 pounds. Maybe 3 pounds. It is 13 and a half inches big. So this is a very cool inclusion, especially a steel rod part of it. Though on the topic of the stand, it's not articulable. That's the only kind of flaw so far, I would say so. I wish it was a Bandai stand where you can bend it like that. If you have a Bandai stand, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then finally, the 17th bag, I guess. This is decals. And it clearly says decals, even though the bag or the box made it look like a sticker sheet. At least this part, it kind of looks like a sticker sheet, but overall, you know, it does look like decals now I think about it. Anyway, if you got deceived by that, you're like, oh, those are stickers. No, they're not. They are decals. Very cool. Very cool. Overall, great job, AMT. This is nice. This is very nice. On first look, this is a 9 out of 10. Yeah, this is great. Oh, actually, I said 9 out of 10, maybe like an 8 out of 10. Not because of anything kind of terrible, really, but I thought this is a standard model kit. Turns out it is push fit. See these? They do line up perfectly, so I will give them that. No warpage again. But yeah, it's push fit. Now, the reason why I'm deducting a point automatically, push fits from my experience, from Bandai kits to Warhammer to some of the easier snap kits from Revell. They're not push fit, but they kind of count. I would count them anyway. The QA has always been eh. So it's a preemptive deduction. But in the event that your TIE fighter doesn't have any sort of damages or QA issues, then it's a 9 out of 10. Okay? So what my suggestion would be, this is not a build video. I'm not building a TIE fighter, by the way. I would honestly just snip this off, because some of these push fit parts, they've made the push part of it, this thing, sometimes a little bit too long. They like overcompensate. Honestly, I would just cut the entire thing and use cement, just straight up. It's more secure that way anyway. Plus, the gaps can never really truly be gotten rid of. Does that make sense in English? You can't get rid of the gaps if you rely too much on push fit parts. There will always be a gap unless you fully cement it or use putty. But just keep it simple, cut it, use Tamiya extra thin. This bad boy. This will be your best friend. So, final verdict. Yeah, it's still an 8 out of 10. Bump it up to a 9 if there are no damages. That's also considering the price of $124.99 Canadian, I believe. It's sizable. I think it's worth the price. No damages, no warpages. Now, that's going to be case-by-case basis typically, but this is a brand new kit, and AMT delivered. Very well done, AMT. Very, very nice job. Just for context a little bit, the equivalent size, I guess, Lego kit, that's the only Star Wars kit of this size that I can think of, would be the Ultimate Collector Series, the UCS stuff, and that is $200, $300. Yeah, this is definitely the next best thing for something sizable. So in any case, this is worth it if you're a Star Wars fan. Just snip off the push fit parts and you're good. So yeah, well done. This is on sale on our website right now. Come grab yours today. Catch us on social media, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.